What if the key to understanding your deepest fears, desires, and motivations was already within you, encoded in the myths, stories, and symbols that have been passed down through generations? What if your life's challenges could be understood through the same archetypes and symbols found in ancient myths and legends? This is the transformative power of Carl Jung's ideas. Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, dared to bridge the gap between the rational world of psychology and the mythical, symbolic world that has shaped human culture for millennia. He argued that the symbols and archetypes found in mythology, religion, and folklore are not merely relics of the past, but are integral to understanding the deepest parts of our psyche. According to Jung, myths are not just stories. They are windows into the unconscious, universal patterns of behavior that shape our identities and guide our life's journey. Jung's exploration of the intersection between psychology and myth has had a profound impact not only on the field of psychology, but also on philosophy, literature, art, and even spiritual practices. His work invites us to examine the stories we tell ourselves, the archetypes we embody, and the way these myths influence our personal and collective experiences. In this essay, we'll explore the fascinating ways in which Carl Jung's transformative ideas reveal the deep connection between psychology and myth. We will look at his theory of the collective unconscious, the role of archetypes, and the process of individuation, all of which are essential to understanding the interplay between the mind and myth. Before we embark on this exploration of Jung's ideas, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. This space is dedicated to diving deep into the most profound ideas in psychology, philosophy, and self-discovery. Whether you're interested in the mysteries of the unconscious mind, the wisdom of ancient myths, or how to apply these insights to your own life, you've found the right place. At the Unfolding Journey, we believe that knowledge is not just something to be learned, it's something to be experienced and lived. If you're fascinated by the intersection of psychology and myth, or if you're on a path of self-discovery and personal growth, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and join us on this exciting intellectual adventure. Together, we'll continue to explore the profound wisdom of the great thinkers and timeless stories that help us understand the human experience. Carl Jung's work revolutionized the way we understand the mind. He expanded upon Sigmund Freud's theories, moving beyond Freud's focus on sexuality and childhood experiences. While Freud placed emphasis on the individual's past and its effect on the unconscious, Jung introduced a broader concept, the collective unconscious. For Jung, the unconscious wasn't just a personal archive of repressed memories and unresolved conflicts. It also contained universal, inherited symbols, themes, and structures shared by all human beings. This is where mythology comes into play. The myths that have been told across different cultures, stories of gods, heroes, monsters, and archetypal figures, are not random. According to Jung, these myths represent universal experiences and psychological patterns that are present in all humans. The collective unconscious is made up of these archetypes, which manifest themselves through dreams, art, religion, and importantly, the myths that shape our culture. Jung's theory of the collective unconscious proposed that deep within our psyche, we carry inherited knowledge, experiences, and psychological tendencies that have been passed down over millennia. These shared symbols and themes help guide us through our personal development and shape the way we perceive the world. One of Jung's most influential contributions was the concept of archetypes, universal, primordial images that exist within the collective unconscious. These archetypes are not just ideas or abstract concepts, but living forces that shape human experience. They emerge in our dreams, stories, and myths, as well as in our personal behaviors and attitudes. Jung identified several key archetypes that are universally present across cultures and time periods. Some of the most notable ones include the hero. This archetype represents the part of us that seeks transformation and growth. The hero embarks on a journey, faces challenges, and ultimately overcomes obstacles. In myth, the hero's journey often involves facing inner fears and discovering the deeper truths about the self. In psychology, the hero is symbolic of the individuation process, where the individual must confront their shadow self to become whole. The shadow is the darker, unconscious aspect of the psyche, those parts of ourselves that we reject or hide. In mythology, the shadow often manifests as a monster, a villain, or a figure that embodies chaos and destruction. In psychology, confronting the shadow is essential for self-realization and personal growth. By acknowledging and integrating the shadow, we become more balanced and whole individuals. The anima/animus. The anima is the feminine aspect within a man's unconscious, while the animus is the masculine aspect within a woman's unconscious. These archetypes represent the integration of the opposite gender's qualities within ourselves. Jung believed that understanding and integrating the anima or animus is crucial for achieving balance and unity within the psyche. The wise old man. This archetype embodies wisdom, knowledge, and guidance. Often depicted as a mentor or sage, the wise old man offers insight and clarity, helping the hero on their journey. In the psyche, the wise old man symbolizes our connection to higher wisdom and the deeper aspects of the unconscious mind. Jung believed that these archetypes are not static or fixed. Rather, they are dynamic, evolving representations of psychological processes. As we encounter these archetypes throughout our lives, whether in our dreams, our relationships, or our life experiences, we are able to better understand ourselves and our place in the world. At the heart of Jung's psychology is the process of individuation, the journey towards self-realization and wholeness. Individuation is the process of integrating the conscious and unconscious aspects of the self, reconciling opposites within the psyche, and ultimately becoming who we are meant to be. Jung saw this process reflected in the myths of heroes embarking on transformative journeys. Whether it's King Arthur seeking the Holy Grail or Hercules facing his 12 labors, the hero's journey is a metaphor for the individuation process. The hero must face challenges, confront their inner darkness, the shadow, and ultimately return with newfound wisdom and understanding. In Jungian psychology, the hero's journey is not merely a literal quest, but a symbolic one that represents the ongoing work of integrating the unconscious and conscious aspects of the self. By understanding the myths that shape the hero's journey, we can gain valuable insight into our own path of self-discovery. Jung's work shows us that the myths and stories we encounter throughout our lives are not just entertainment or fantasy. They are deeply connected to our psychological and spiritual transformation. The symbols, motifs, and archetypes found in mythology are mirrors that reflect our own internal struggles, desires, and potentials. By studying these myths, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the unconscious forces that shape our lives. Moreover, Jung's integration of myth and psychology suggests that personal growth and healing are not isolated to our personal histories, but are part of a much larger, universal process. The myths are the stories of the collective unconscious, and our own personal struggles, victories, and transformations are part of that greater narrative. Through mythology, Jung shows us that the individual is part of a larger, interconnected web of human experience. The myths are not just relics of the past. They are living, breathing expressions of the deep structures that shape all human beings. By connecting with these stories, we can learn to navigate our own journeys with greater wisdom, courage, and self-awareness. Carl Jung's transformative ideas have not only expanded the field of psychology, but have also given us a powerful framework for understanding the intersection of psychology and myth. By looking at the myths that have shaped our culture, we gain insight into the universal archetypes and psychological patterns that govern our lives. Through these symbols, we can unlock a deeper understanding of ourselves, our struggles, and our path towards self-realization. Jung's exploration of the collective unconscious, archetypes, and the hero's journey provides us with tools for navigating the complexities of the human psyche. By integrating these elements into our lives, we can embark on a journey of personal growth and transformation, one that is rich with meaning and guided by the timeless wisdom of myth. If you found this exploration of Carl Jung's transformative ideas intriguing, I invite you to subscribe to the Unfolding Journey YouTube channel. Here, we dive deep into the ideas that shape our understanding of the mind, consciousness, and the human experience. Join us on this journey of intellectual discovery and personal growth, and let's continue exploring the profound wisdom of great thinkers like Carl Jung. Until next time, remember that the journey towards self-awareness is not only a personal one, it's a universal quest shared by all of humanity. Keep exploring, keep growing, and keep discovering the myths that shape your life.